Welcome back. If you aren't new, welcome to the channel. If you are new, as you guys saw in the title and the thumbnail, in today's video we will be removing the stock radiator because it has a leak. So we already have a brand new radiator. If I can fit in putting in the new radiator into this video, I will do it. If not, it will be two separate videos. We'll figure out how long this video is. So what we have to do now is we have to remove the bottom engine cover, I guess you want to say. It's a black plastic part. You have to remove that with some 10 millimeters. Actually, it's not a 10 millimeter. It is a 8 millimeter. So we remove that with some 8 millimeter bolts. We might have to turn the wheel to get inside of the fender well. And once we remove that trim piece, the bottom piece, then we'll be able to jack the car up a little bit. So then we can drain the radiator. It doesn't have too much coolant in it, but we'll drain it just to drain it. I'm not really worried about the mess or how much coolant I lose because we have brand new coolant. I will show you guys the coolant once we are ready to do that. So stay tuned. I will show you guys the cover, what I need to remove, and then in the next video or in the next clip, we will be jacking it up, and then I'll show you guys what we all need to do. I have my mic now, so you guys might be able to hear me better, but as you guys can see, this bolt along the whole car, and then it's one inside here, or it's actually two inside here. And then we'll be able to remove this, so then that way we can get to the hose or the hoses that we need to remove. Okay, cut you guys back on. This is the bottom piece that we had to remove. It's a pretty big piece. As you can see, we have 7 of them, 7 bolts or screws to remove, 8 millimeters. So they all go along these right here. So that's removed. Now what we have to do is you want to turn that counterclockwise, so to the left, and then you can connect the hose on that port right there. That's gonna release all of the coolant. To be honest, I really am not worried about the spill, but I'll probably see if I can get a hose, and then I'll crack this loose. This is actually brand new because I thought that's what the problem was, but we'll probably just swap that out with the new one if the new one doesn't already come with it. So as you guys can see, it's draining from that port right there into a bucket. Make sure you guys get a bucket, and then you should be good to go. This is the coolant that I got. It's G48 by Xerex. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Valvoline. So I wanted to put the same color or hopefully the same brand that's in there. So this would be good to go. We have 5 of these because this car takes a lot of coolant. I believe it's 16.4 quarts, I believe. I put it on the screen if I messed that up. But as you can see, all of the coolant we have, we're good to go. We have brand new hoses. Let me show you guys the hoses. So these are the brand new hoses. They are by Gates. Couldn't really source any OEM ones, so this is what's gonna have to do. This is the part number for the bottom one, and then this is the top one right here. This is the part number for that as well. And then in this box here, we also have our water pump hose and our thermostat. So we're gonna just change the thermostat while we're in here. So as you guys can see, it's draining pretty good. That's because I took the drain port out, and we're just gonna wait. So what we have to do is we have to push these clips up. How you want to do it is you get a flathead, go on the side of the clip, push it up like that. And these are for the fan. As you can see, the fan is wobbling a little bit. They go on like this way towards the front of the car, and then this towards the back. So want to just pull these clips up, get them out the way, and that way we have some room to work. Okay, clips are out, and then I believe, does this come just straight out? Let's see if it does. Fan shroud, I guess you want to call this, is out. What you do is you basically just lift it straight up. Try not to break any of the fins here. So now this is off. I'm gonna put these back where they were just so I don't lose them. Rule of thumb here kind of helps putting stuff back where you removed it from. That way you don't lose it. So I'll show you guys what it looks like without the fan shroud on there. As you guys can see, this is what it looks like without the fan shroud here. Now that that is off, this is one line that goes to the bottom of the radiator that we have to remove. This is the top hose, and the bottom hose is down there, right down there, as you can see. Still draining a little bit. It looks like it actually got green, which is weird. It was blue at first. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna remove these transmission lines, transmission cooler lines actually. It's a 19 millimeter, and then I believe it's a 17 millimeter. 2 wrenches on both of the nuts, and then that way you'll be able to remove it. And then we also have some 10 millimeter bolts that we have to remove here on each side, and then we'll be able to get this baby out. These clips also have to come out as well. We are actually missing a clip for the radiator, as you can see here, so we're probably gonna have to get a new one. Not too big of a deal, but also a big deal. Even though this didn't move on me, but we're still gonna get it, so then that way we know that we have it. I can't wait to put coolant into this car because I don't like leaks. Anybody that works on cars knows that I don't like leaks, so I'm gonna have to remove this hose for the thermostat, and yeah, we're gonna have to get in there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this grill cover, I guess, with a Phillips head. Turn it to the left, as you can see. I'm gonna have to zoom you guys in a little bit. Sorry about that. As you can see over here, move it to the left. There we go. It'd be nice if I actually had something to, really hold, but this is what we're working with. As you can see, it comes loose. Oh, it just broke. So we're gonna have to get new clips for that, but it's no big deal. So now that we have these removed, all we can do is just move this little thing out of the way, push it up, and then this comes out. Put that over there. And then we have a 10 millimeter here. I believe it's a 10 millimeter. Might be 11 or 12. I'm not sure. Move these 3. And then remove these 2. And then that way, this actually holds the radiator in place. Actually. So quick update. This clip actually keeps the radiator in place. Not all this. So I'll show you guys. Once you take this off, you see how much the radiator moves now. And then once you put it in, doesn't move like that. So we definitely need one of these clips for sure, because we don't want to rely on the hoses. Okay, cut you guys back on. We just have to remove this bracket right here. I believe that's a 10 millimeter. And then we have to remove this line, that on that side, and then also on this side as well. All right, so to cut you guys back on, I got that bracket, or that bolt off of the bracket down there. Before I move any further, I'm going to remove this hose, and then I'm gonna also remove this cross member right here. Cut you guys on back quick. I don't have my mic because it fell and it broke, but right now I am loosening this clamp right here. Okay, quick update. All of the lines and the hoses are removed, so now we'll be able to lift this up once I get some gloves on. I mean, the bottom lines were they were kind of tricky to remove, but I guess that's to be expected since how the engine is set up. There's one transmission cooler line, whatever you want to call it. So that's my bucket of coolant and transmission fluid. So what I'll probably do is I'll just flush the transmission fluid because it did look a little brown. Not sure what the original color of the transmission fluid is, but I'm just gonna play it safe. This should come out now once I move this out of the way. As you can see, it's wobbling. So in the next clip, I'll probably put you guys on a tripod. As you can see the mouse turds there, they were just in here, man. But I'll put you guys on a tripod and I'll remove this big thing out of the way. Okay, so cut you guys back on. I'm gonna try to remove this bad boy. Not sure how heavy it is. Should come up. Okay, it seems like I missed a step. So what you have to do is you have to remove these 10mm screws on each side. And then I believe it should lift up. I think it should lift up. Gonna remove these. As you can see, it kind of separated. So as you can see on the left side, this is just me removing the transmission cooler line. I believe it's a 19mm. So yeah, that's what I was doing right here. Okay, cut you guys back on. As you can see, the mess on the ground here from all of the coolant coming out of the radiator. But there is a banjo bolt that is on the radiator. Let me take you guys off the tripod so you can see it. This is a 19mm banjo bolt right here. This goes up there, as you can see. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to remove that. And then, oh, here it is. There's like a 10mm, it looks like 10mm bolt that holds this bracket onto place. And then I'll be able to swap this, clean everything up, swap this on to the new radiator. And then I should be good to go. As you can see, it's leaking a little bit. I wish I prevented that, but I didn't. So this is the old radiator. She looks in great shape, to be honest, but she was leaking, so had to get changed. As you can see, this is what the engine bay looks like now. AC condenser looks like it's in great shape, actually. Just have to clean it up a bit. So okay, so as you guys can see, this is the new radiator. It's a Nissan's, I think. As you can see, what's going on with that, I'm not sure if I'm able to use it. So we will see. I don't know about that, but yeah, I'll cut you guys back on and update you on that. Okay, as we see, I got this cleaned up pretty good. Radiator is sitting in place. I just have that bottom screwed in, as you can see down there. I'm not sure if there needs a washer on it. I will double check. I don't think it does, actually. So as you can see, this is just sitting in place. This is the part number. So I know we'll not have any leaks after this. New hoses and everything. I might have to take the belt off to get the water pump out, or the thermostat, I meant. So we'll see what I got to do with that. I'll cut you guys back on once I figure out what to do. Gonna cut you guys on real quick. These little square things with threads in them go right here. So then that way, oh, sorry, this one. So then that way, the bolts that we have will go in there, and they will go in there perfectly fine. Maybe get like a little flathead to push that down, as you can see, and then we'll be good to go. We'll turn you guys back on once we get all the lines connected and we figure out what washers need to go where, because I do have one washer here that I'm not too sure about. I know this goes on one end with the washer, and then I believe this washer goes on the other end, if I had to take a guess. Cut you guys back on. There is another threaded square that goes on the bottom of the radiator, so then that way that bracket can bolt into something. So that is what you need to get from the old radiator. Okay, so now that we have that bracket in, it is nice and secure. We haven't tightened that up yet. We also have to put the hoses on, but for right now, what we're gonna do, this is gonna probably be a long video, but it's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this clamp off, or this hose off, so we can change the thermostat. Let me put you guys on pause real quick so I can show you what the thermostat looks like. Brand new thermostat. It's by Melee, or I might have pronounced that wrong, but this is the thermostat right here. Brand new. Put that back in the box, and we also have a new hose right there. So part number, let's see if I can find a part number on here. I believe that's the part number right there. So yeah, so I'll cut you guys back on once we get this hose off. As you can see, I got the hose off. I had to cut it. I had no choice but to cut it. This is a pain in the behind to get off. So now what I have to do is I have to remove these 3 bolts. There is one, I believe, all the way down there that is the trickiest to get to, but we'll get to it. And then that way we'll be able to put the new thermostat in, put the hoses on, and put everything back together, put some coolant in, and we'll be good to go. So this is basically me just showing you guys that you need a 10mm bolt for all 3 of these, and also the transmission cooler line on the left side of the radiator or on the passenger side, whatever way you're looking at it, needs 2 washers on each end. And to get this water pump or thermostat out, you need an extension, a swivel socket, and a ratchet. Okay, cut you guys back on. It is the next day. I had to take a break because that 3rd bolt was just, it was way too difficult to get to. But as you guys can see, the thermostat is now loose. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen this bolt right here, so then I can show you guys. It definitely, I felt like it needed to be changed. The O-ring is pretty bad on it. So get this out for you guys. Put you guys on pause real quick, and then I'll cut you guys back on once it's out. Cut you guys back on. This is the old thermostat. As you can see, this O-ring here has definitely been worn. I'm glad I'm changing it. So these are interface thermostat, which means that everything is all in one. As you can see, it's with the bracket, which is good. We don't have to turn it a certain way. So the new one will be installed. As you guys can see here, it definitely needed to be changed, but I'm glad we changed it out. To get this out was tricky. I might have to remove the serpentine belt now to get the new one back in, just so I don't jack this belt up. So okay, we're back. It was like 2 weeks later. I don't even know. I've been busy with a lot of stuff, but we have the thermostat hose on. We have all of the radiator hoses on. Hoses connected here, hoses connected there. Also have our transmission cooler lines connected. So now what we have to do is the easy part, which I am excited about, and that is filling up the coolant. So what we have to do is just fill all the coolant into this reservoir right here and turn the heat all the way on. I believe the fans to the max, and then it should self-bleed, and then we should check this and then to see if this, you know, drop down or whatever, and then we fill it back up, and then we'll be good to go there. But everything is connected. Serpentine belt will have to be changed eventually. I'm under a sap tree, so if you can see all of that, that is just sap. But we're connected. We're ready to go. We're ready to start her up. Fingers crossed we don't have any leaks. So yeah, that's what we're working with now. So everything is connected. You can see this is all new. Just a quick tip, when you guys put new hoses on, you can either write a date, so then that way you knew when it was installed. So that is that. In the next clip, we will be filling up the coolant. It is pretty easy to do that. You just fill it up, literally. This doesn't have a regular input right here like, you know, the regular radiators do. Okay, we're back. Everything is done, buttoned up, ready to go. Praying we don't have any leaks. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna fill up this coolant reservoir until it's at the top, let it sit for a little bit, and then run the engine, and then see if she's running hot or cold. So quick tip, just to install and remove the thermostat. I released tension in the serpentine belt, and I was able to get it in and out. And then also with the hose that connects to the thermostat down to the water pump, I did put some penetrating oil in there, so then that way it could slide on pretty easily. Okay, as you guys saw in the time lapse, we are filled up to the top. What we're gonna do is we will burp this, let some air bubbles come out. It dropped a little bit just by me doing that, actually. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start the car, let her run, check for leaks, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so as you guys knew in the last video, we fixed the gauge cluster needle when it was fluctuating. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to turn the car on and see if we have any problems with any of these needles or any of the gauges. So we're gonna turn her on, we're gonna let her idle, we're gonna get her up to temp. I believe it's supposed to be at 80 or maybe 90, but it's not supposed to obviously go above 120 or 100. So let's turn her on. she is running. So as you guys can hear and see, the coolant dropped once I started the car, which is good. That means it's getting into the system. Now we just have to wait to see if the thermostat will kick on. We have no leaks at all, as you guys can see. No leaks. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna get a rag and wipe that real quick to see if it's coming from the actual hose. Turn it back on, turn you guys back on. I think it was residual coolant. I don't think it's a leak anywhere, which is good. I think it's just from when it went down here and everything like that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna wait and we're gonna see if she goes to temp. But she is idling well. The needle isn't moving, which is good. We're gonna see if she moves. We'll give her about, I don't know, however long. So stay tuned. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. She is at 80. We're gonna see if she rises. I think I'm seeing her rise, which is not good at all. So we're gonna see what happens. So it looks to be as she is running to temp. She is not overheating from the looks of it. She is drinking some coolant though, so gauges are fluctuating because of the O2 sensors, but everything else seems to be good to go. We'll wait until she just stops drinking coolant. I keep filling her up as the car is running. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that on this car or not, but I just know she's staying at operating temp, which is phenomenal. That is exactly what I wanted. Okay, we are back. She is good to go. She is running at operating temp. I did notice when I revved the car up a little bit, the heat instantly kicked on. So I think I did read you have to rev it up to 1,000 RPM, sorry. So yeah, so I think she's good to go. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's about to rain on me. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, share, subscribe, turn post notifications on. I will see you guys in the next video. Man, it is hot in here. This heat is working, baby. It's working. So I'm gonna take you guys outside, give you a quick look at the engine bay once again, and I think we'll be good to go. I'll check the coolant reservoir as well. So let me pause you guys and turn you guys back on. All right, turned you guys back on. She didn't drop. So we're gonna wait till that cools down to check it. But as you guys can see, I think what happens is once I put too much in here, it overflows, because I literally watched it and it overflowed. So it overflowed for whatever reason. But we have no other leaks. It's just leaking from there. That's why you can see the coolant on top of near the cap. So I think she is good to go. We don't have any leaks near the thermostat or anything, which is good. The hose seems to be working. This car is hot. This engine bay is very hot right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the car off, because like I said, it's about to rain. We're gonna go on a drive probably tomorrow or something, and check it out then. I'll probably record a clip and then put that in this video, and then we should be good to go. She's not leaking from anywhere else besides that, so which is good. We got all the hoses buttoned up and everything, which is great. I'm kind of like anxious when it comes to the temperature, because I want to make sure she's running how she's running. But the heat is working, so I think she's up to operating temperature. We'll see what happens when she drives. We got to change the O2 sensors. That'll be in the next video after the next video. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, share, subscribe, turn post notifications on. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any tips, tricks, comments you want to leave, let me know in the comment section. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.